Readers of Reddit. r/AskReddit. I will get offended by anything you ask me, and explain to you why it's offensive. Ask me anything. Ooh, here's one. Wanna hang out tonight? Find offense in that. My brother actually hanged himself 2 months ago. I'm sure you know many people kill themselves each day, and many of them hang themselves. Knowing that, why would you use a sentence with the word hang in it? Do you seriously not know how hurtful that is for people who knew someone who hanged himself? You are just horrible. Okay, how about this? Would you like to spend some time together? I am actually in quite a debt right now, and I'm very anxious about it. I actually can't even finish reading your question, as just seeing the word spend reminds me that I have no money, and might not be able to spend any for a very long time. Seeing that word immediately brings up all my related pain and depression, and I'm sure people in a similar situation would feel the same. If you want me to answer you, you have to stop using trigger words in your questions. First my dead brother, now my debt. You are such a cruel man. Okay, how about this? Would you like to come over to my place and I will make you whatever meal you like, or if you don't like food I will just give you presents. You can't just invite people to your house and promise them presents. I can't believe you don't know this, but that is the most common way pedophiles use to lure kids to their house before they hurt them. I happen to have been hurt as a child by such a man who, just as you did, asked me to come to his house and promised me presents. I really can't believe you don't know this, and the effect these words can have on survivors such as myself. I'm sorry I called you a man, I didn't know you were a woman. But I don't deserve to be treated like this. Can you really not try being even a little sensitive to other people's pain?
Too bad this offends me as a vegan, transgender, hipster, Native American, Indo-Chinese, hybrid, alien, agnostic, atheist, German engineer who vapes fair trade, organic, decaffeinated, compressed and hydrated extra protein soy breast milk on the regular and does Hindi Kama Sutra naked CrossFit yoga 8 days a week. I'm also a non-binary transgender genderqueer male feminist and identify myself as a pastafarian pansexual genderfluid Apache helicopter dog of mega multi-alpha beta gamma delta omega combo god of hypo-death who's in a polyamorous relationship to the Chihuahua which helped me cross the border of Mexico because it hates Donald Trump. My dog also walks me to the park and doggy styles me. If you find that weird, you're an ignorant, arrogant, homophobic, gender-assuming, globophobic, bloodthirsty, gun-loving, cisgender, pansexual, bestial, sexist, racist, incestuous, white privilege, misogynistic, biased, objectified, raped, privileged, Nazi, communist, slave owner, terrorist, lesbian.
How did your mom give birth to such a wonderful, beautiful, joyful and amazing human? I have 2 dads actually. By implying I have a mom you take part in oppressive heteronormative society, which is very sexist of you. You misspelled heteronormative. I am not a native English speaker, and that's a hard word to spell. It might seem obvious to you, but not everyone were lucky enough to be born in an English-speaking country, or lucky enough to go to a good school. You correcting my spelling is a clear attempt to show how better than me you think you are. And if I was not as strong as I am I might have even gotten offended by that. Is your name Karen? I see you are trying to equate me with a hated meme. This is offensive by nature and needs no explanation. Shut up, Karen. Let me go and grab the manager. What are you doing this evening? Why should I be doing anything? It's perfectly fine to not do anything at times. Not everyone has the energy you have to do things all the time. Some people have low energy, or depression, which means they can't always be doing things, and your shameless assumption just shows how ignorant you are of the lives of less fortunate people. But the point is chilling and doing nothing is still doing something. For example, I totally agree with you. I don't have the energy to do things all the time, or even half of the time. But sometimes when people ask me what I'm doing tonight, my honest answer is going home and chilling out, listening to music or maybe watching TV. The point is, doing nothing is something. I have no interest in a philosophical discussion about what doing means. My point is that people who read your comment can feel judged for their lack of activities, which can worsen their mental state. Best AMA ever. Why did you do this? I see you try to, like some other people here, to cast doubt on the reasons behind this AMA. You are trying to hurt my confidence by implying the reasons for this AMA are not clear, and therefore that I am not person deserving of understanding. Did you even consider how this would make me feel before you posted it? This is just... I can't. Do you like chocolate? Did you know that most chocolate at your stores come from the work of people who are basically slaves? They work in harvesting cocoa for almost no money, just so you could have your chocolate. Your question completely ignores their suffering, which you probably didn't even know of. Are you able to get offended by the word hi? Are you suggesting I am some fragile individual who gets offended by hi? You don't know anything about me, so what gives you the right to make such assumptions about me? You are very inconsiderate, and honestly I am very hurt now by what you implied. What makes sugar sweet? How the hell should I know? This is definitely not common knowledge, so you can't just ask people that. You know I don't know the answer, so you are clearly just trying to look down on me and make yourself look smarter. You obviously ask people hard questions just to make them feel embarrassed for not knowing the answer. I bet you don't even know who Yuri is. First of all, this is not a question, which tells me you don't care about the rules I requested for this post. So shame on you. Now let's say you asked, do you know who is Yuri? This is obviously offensive, since you give me a common first name only to laugh at me for not knowing who he is. How can I? Your question is designed to fail me. I could guess you might mean Yuri Gagarin, the first man in space, but again I cannot know what you meant since your question wasn't sincere to begin with. Do you enjoy being offended? This looks like an obvious attempt to blame the victim. Imagine you got robbed, then someone later asks you, do you like being robbed? How would you feel? I got offended a lot today, on this very AMA, and you just asked me if I liked IT? WTF is wrong with you? Unlike getting robbed, you volunteered to do an AMA, so clearly you will voluntarily get offended, thus you do enjoy being offended. So you are deciding for me what I am feeling and what I am not feeling? Can you get more condescending? How is your day? It's actually night where I am now. Just because it's day for you, doesn't mean it's the same for everyone. I see you just don't care about other people's situation. You only think of yourself. Are you excited for Thanksgiving? Am I excited for celebrating the European occupation of the American continent? Do you even know how much death was brought as a result? I can't believe someone in 2019 still doesn't know that Thanksgiving is basically a celebration of a genocide. Did you have a teddy bear growing up, and if yes, what was it called? Using stuffed animals is how people train children to see animals as possessions and nothing more. By talking about it so casually you basically admit you have no problem with torturing and killing an innocent animal. I'm sure you think you didn't mean that, but words have meanings and anyone reading what you wrote could tell you how heartless you sound. What is your favorite letter in the alphabet? Having favorites is an important part of any system of oppression, which likes to arrange things in hierarchies to promote struggles and violence. So if it wasn't clear, I don't have a favorite letter. To me all letters are equal. Go spread your fascist ideology somewhere else. How much weight can you lift with your thumb? I actually lost both my thumbs in an accident last year. Next time, ask a person if they have any thumbs before just assuming they do. It's very inconsiderate. I stand in the cold so I can let my dog in right away after he pees. What are your thoughts on this? Wait, are you letting your dog pee outside when it's really cold? What the hell is wrong with you? This is animal cruelty, pure and simple. You get to pee inside, but you send your dog outside in the cold? Don't let any animal lovers hear that. You'll make them so sad over your poor dog. You wanna smash? I am actually a virgin, which I bet you knew. So you are basically just laughing at me for not having sex, right? Well, go to hell. Not everyone can have sex, so you can't just ask something like that out of the blue. Why did the chicken cross the road? To escape being slaughtered and turned into food for humans. Chickens are sentient creatures that get slaughtered by the billions each year, and talking about it just reminds me of their pain. You can't use the word chicken again until they will all be set free. The Reddit Vigilante would like to thank you for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe for more great content every day.